I've been asked to do what seems to be an impossible task. I don't find it daunting to get up in front of people, and I'm definitely not afraid to talk in front of all of you. I've been assigned a more difficult thing, to introduce someone who really needs no introduction. A graduate from Southwest Baptist University, this phenomenal woman has made an outstanding impact on anyone who has crossed paths with her. Her athleticism and sportsmanship has served as an inspiration not only to her students, but this community as a whole. Since 1984, she has played a prominent role in Gainesville sports, both high school and elementary. From coaching traveling teams, to assembling pep rallies, to being there when someone just needed a pick-me-up, she's always been more than willing to do her part and more. There is no proper string of words that can properly construe what a positive influence she had on me personally, my classmates, and this community. An encourager of many, a wife, a mother, a coach, a role model, rebounder extraordinaire, and someone who has put so many hours and so much heart into this little town. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome, without further ado, Coach Paula Rose.
Wow, that was impressive. I don't think I got up to that. Okay, I went out and bought some real glasses so I wouldn't have to wear my glasses on the end of my nose, and now I'm not sure I'm going to be able to see through them anyway. These guys up here, when they asked me to do this, they said, okay, keep it to 10 minutes or less and no crying. And I said, I won't make any promises. As you guys know me, I never cry, right? Yeah, and I never talk very much. But since we got this weather, I'll try to make it as short as possible. I'm not sure I'm qualified to be the speaker, but I'm very honored that I was asked. Usually speakers have highly educated and successful people. I'm not highly educated, but I know enough to get and keep a fulfilling job that I've loved for 30 years. I feel very privileged to have had a part in so many young lives. I'm not successful by most standards, especially financially, but I'm wealthy when it comes to relationships, especially with young people. I prefer kids to adults, actually, because kids are very loving, honest, forgiving, enthusiastic, and energetic. And I like to think that I have a little bit of kid left in me. Hey, seniors. Yeah, they do. You're getting ready to start a new chapter in life, and after today, so am I. So we have a little in common. See, I still got a little kid left in me. 2, you may be unsure of what you want to do in the future, and so am I. You may be a little anxious to go to new places and do new things, so am I. And most importantly, you like to jam out to loud music, and so do I. As you start this new chapter, I want to tell you some things that 2 very wise people, my parents, Paul and Jean Hurd, who also taught in the school system for 30 years, instilled in me. I've tried to teach these things to my own kids. Since you guys are like my own kids, I'd like to pass this advice on to you. This is the serious part of the speech. It's very rare, I know, but I'm going to try to be serious. 1, work ethic. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Whether it's your job, going to school, doing homework, parenting, or washing dishes for that matter, which I absolutely hate. If I do it, I try to do it the very best I can and give 110%, and I think that's important. The world does not owe you anything. And secondly, courage and confidence. Courage, by the way, is strength of mind to carry on in spite of difficulty. And you are going to have some difficulties. Everyone does, if they're honest. You're going to have some hard knocks, but what's important is how do you handle it? Confidence. My mom used to say before every hard ball game that I ever played in, they put their britches on one leg at a time, just like you do. She also said, you're not better than anyone else, but you're just as good as they are. So confidence is important. And life is hard. You got to be mentally tough. Relationships. Treat people like you want to be treated. Meet people more than halfway. People will always let you down eventually. God will not. Don't forget that. Love your children with all your heart and really talk to them. Treat them like they mean something. Wisdom. The older you get, the smarter your parents are going to seem to be. Mark my words. You think they're stupid now, but they're going to get smarter the next 5 years. They're always going to be in your corner, and you need to listen to them because they have real world experience, and you can't put a price on that. You can't Google that either. Values. Figure out what's really important in life and see the big picture. Especially since my parents have passed away, I think I have really seen the big picture and what really matters in life. And for me, it's the 3 F's: faith, family, and friends. And life is what you make of it. And lastly, fun. Stay young at heart and don't be afraid to be yourself and have fun. I personally am all about fun. You know, I think sometimes, what do I want people to remember about me whenever I'm gone? Well, when I'm gone, I hope you remember that I was fun. And speaking of fun, do you guys remember the parachute? It's funny, everybody that graduates, they say, you know, my favorite thing in elementary PE was the parachute. It's so weird, but it's something about it. And you remember the bleacher creature? Oh yeah, when Hamlin had nightmares, and your parents probably really liked me for that. The scooter boards, pole ball. Oh yeah, you throw balls at people, that's always fun. Popcorn league, field day, and the pep rallies. Hopefully you like the pep rallies. So I was thinking, one more time for old time's sake, we could do Yell Your Year. So how about you stand up and do? You know, this is 2014, so we can really give it some gusto this time. Ready? I better not do it over this mic, I might blow it up. Ready? 2014!
2014! 2014!
Okay. My boss back here told me, you know, well, other people's told me, you know, they're probably not even going to remember who did the speaking at their graduation. And they're probably for sure not going to remember what you said. And Mr. Dolly, my boss, said, you know, they're only going to remember one thing you said. So here it goes. If you can only remember one thing I said 20, 30 years from now when you're old like me, here's what I want you to know. I want you to know that I love you, and I've been a fan of yours all the way through school, and I always will be. No matter where you go, or what you do, good or bad, or how old you get, I'm still alive. I will always love you, and I will always be your Coach Rose. Congratulations.